What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Ryan King Garcia. Ryan Garcia insists that he's coming back soon following his break to deal with health issues. Ryan Garcia recently took a back seat from boxing to concentrate on his health. It appears that Ryan Garcia is making preparations on his return to the ring. The California lightweight, one of boxing's emerging stars, started 2021 in a devastating fashion as he got up from the canvas to stop Britain's Luke Campbell with a stunning body shot. With his name constantly linked to other leading contenders at 135, such as Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, it looked like Haney's year was set to be a busy one until the 22-year-old decided to focus on himself rather than his career. In April, Garcia made a statement on Instagram account indicating that he was withdrawing from a July clash with Javier Fortuna so he could work on his health and well-being. He concluded the post by thanking the doctors and supporters. Today, Garcia's social media account contained a positive message as he wrote, "I'm coming back soon. Pain made me stronger. I pray my enemies don't go through what I've gone through." At the time of writing, no date is in place for Garcia's comeback as he continues on the road to recovery, but his latest post should provide his fans with positive updates. Now, let me counterpunch. I'm glad this is good news because he is one of the kings of that division, right? He is Ryan King Garcia, after all. He's a part of the Reynoso clan, right? And those guys are all winners, all right? Those guys have had a nice bond, him, Frank Sanchez, Andy Ruiz, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar Valdez, all these cats, right? They're all like, they have a nice camaraderie, okay, when it comes to training together, coinciding together with, with their different paths and goals and such in different promotional companies. So it is good. And it's very interesting to see someone like Ryan Garcia work with someone like Canelo that's beefing with Oscar De La Hoya, which is Ryan Garcia's promoter. So it is like interesting to see these guys successfully gel together still without all the other BS of the politics of the sport of boxing, the sport that I love, that I hate so much. So that's a good thing. Now, as far as his well-being, when it's read like that, you think like, yo, something's wrong with this kid. You know what I mean? Like something physical, like, hey, did he have gallstones or kidney stones or, some type of problem, right? As far as, hey, I needed to look at my health mentally. I don't know. I don't want to come off seeming that I'm not sympathetic. My only fear is, since that mental illness is a real thing, it's nothing that's just made up. Okay, it's a real thing. You can ask anybody with, that been to the military, that suffer from disorders. All of those are mental illnesses. Okay, bipolar disorder, that's a mental illness. So there's different types, you know what I mean? He didn't specify what type, and I think this is the problem. Mental illness, when you're dealing with mental illness, these days, it's so common with damn near everybody. Everyone damn near has a mental illness, whether it's dyslexia, some type of chemical imbalance, or bipolar disorder, or post-traumatic stress disorder, those type of things. All those type of things are mental illnesses, okay? All right, including others, which I won't get into, but those are mental illnesses. So my problem with Ryan is that he was all to go for a fight, and this is like his next toughest fight with a guy that will give people problems, anybody problems. And it's like you called out of that fight due to something that no one knew. And my thing is, if he doesn't provide the information on particulars, like he said, the supporters and the doctors, okay, well, at least I guess he had to go to see someone or whatever. I mean, that's what you do when you're messed up in the head. I get it. But it's like, I didn't see any signs of that. But then, to be fair, you didn't see any signs of Tyson Fury having mental illness. However, you didn't see Ryan Garcia, though, except the drinking and the huge weight gain. And I hear that's when you stop caring. You stop training. You stop focusing. You don't see that with young Ryan Garcia. Maybe he wanted to stop it before it happened, or he got to that point where Tyson Fury was, because maybe by that time Tyson Fury, had got well over that limit to, since he needed help, right? Way past that limit. But I think that Ryan, though, there wasn't enough evidence to provide that he had mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Like, there wasn't, you know what I mean? Because if you're willing to come out in public and say, hey, I was dealing with mental illness, at that point, since he is the guy that has been known for social media, exploitation and success and, these things, he is known as an internet guy. Listen, he owes it to the people to come correct with what he's talking about. Again, there's many different mental illnesses out there. So you're just saying, hey, man, my health is in danger, man. I got mental illness, man, mental illness. Okay, I'm like, well, just like somebody with cancer, they will tell you what type of cancer they have. They say, hey, man, I got this cancer today, man. I got this cancer going on. Okay, what kind? Leukemia, bone cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer, right? Pancreatic cancer. Those are different things. And then and at that time, if those people are going through anything, they have no problem expressing that. None at all. You see what I'm saying? That will, they know to say, man, I got cancer, man. But hey, I'll be back soon. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm dealing with this, but hey, I'll be back. Like, no. It just, like, something about that doesn't sit right with me, because it's like you went from 100 to now all of a sudden you're not fighting, and you didn't even, you pulled out of that fight. You didn't postpone. So maybe, just maybe, it's only right, or it's only fair, rather, that he should have people that question if that's legit or not. You see what I mean? Because there's no other signs of Ryan Garcia having any type of problems. He's a cocky, confident guy as far as I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has all these followers and stuff like that. I think this is what happened to Ryan Garcia. If it was anything mentally, I think he couldn't take the pressure of social media and being an elite boxing star all at the same time. That's what I think. I think he needed a break. I think that's what it is. I think he was just got himself in in the situation, got himself in this position, and the position deems to be too much for him. So I think because of that, he had to take a break. And I think he was just overloaded. I don't think that he had mental illness. So for him to say that is wrong, because if he didn't have some type of mental illness where he was thinking about cutting himself or inflicting pain or, or doing harm to his body or others, there's no need for him to pull out of that Javier Fortuna fight. Now, again, I don't know the particulars, but then again, none of us know the particulars. We should at least know, like, hey, well, how is he feeling? Like, what's going on? The doctors know, apparently. They could diagnose him. And then he has that to use. Then he has that to build on, actually. Because, like, Tyson Fury embraces it. And then people understand, they're sympathetic towards the cause, because there's many forms of mental illness. For you just saying, hey, I got mental illness, so I ain't fighting. I'll be back soon. No. But then it's like, and then here's another thing. You never heard Ryan Garcia not stop talking. You see what I mean? Like, oh, man, I would have stopped you, boy. But you still on a sabbatical for mental illness. Like, it's hard for me to believe that, and there's no change in your attitude. There's no change in you in social media. There's no change of you overall. There's nothing that gets me to know, like, hey, something's wrong with this kid. Nothing. You're still talking shit. You're still on the internet. You're still calling out people. You know what I mean? He's still doing the same stuff, people. The only thing we seen him do differently since he's claimed he had mental illness is pull out of the Javier Fortuna fight. So that means maybe you just wanted to pull out the damn fight because all this other stuff you're still doing. So there you go. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think on Ryan Garcia's return to the ring with no date. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.